Welcome to the Entrepreneur Podcast, where we take a look inside the lives of the accomplished and successful businessmen and women. We'll get up close and personal with the founders of booming startups. So lean in and prepare to carry away something to skyrocket your own business. Please subscribe to our show and do leave us a review. It means a lot to us. Now, here's your host, Rajiv.
Hey listeners, welcome to the Entrepreneur Talk Show. I am your host, Rajiv Unikrishnan, and this is the show where we talk about entrepreneurship and speak to great founders, entrepreneurs, and investors. Today I have with us Vishal Hanmattek, founder at the Blueberry Trails. Welcome, Vishal.
Hi, Rajiv. How are you?
I'm fine. So just a brief intro. The Blueberry Trails is an experimental travel company based out of Mumbai that looks at providing you the most thrilling, exhilarating, and offbeat trips there are to offer. A bit about Vishal. He is based in Mumbai and is an entrepreneur and co-founder of the online travel startup Blueberry Trails. He's also a travel photographer and documents places and amazing people around the world. He's got a background in corporate background, actually, in loyalty, CRM, customer service, and brand management. And again, Vishal, welcome to the show. Do let us know if any gaps in the intro and what's going on in your world today.
Oh, well, it's a warm evening in Bombay, and as usual, we are helping people to design their trips and discover exciting places around the world. And it's pretty good.
Great. So before we get into the business, I always ask my entrepreneurs is any passions outside of work?
Oh, well, you said it. I love to travel, of course, and that's why I do this. I love photography, so I love to cover various places and try and document the life around the places, the people, what they do, how they live, and try and capture the soul of the city through my photographs. And that's something which I'm really passionate about, apart from my dog and pets in general, really.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
So moving on is like, how did you come to the idea to start the Blueberry Trails?
Well, actually, we didn't really start this as a travel company with the thought of a travel company.
Okay.
We started this more of an idea of sharing our philosophy of experiential travel with fellow travel lovers. So we kind of started this as a blog, and we wanted to really share destinations, experiences, the things you can do differently in and around Bombay, and that's really. Then we got a great response to that initially from friends and family, and then about it, and they started asking us for recommendations about where they can go, what they can do, and us giving recommendations, and then eventually started doing trips around Bombay and then to different places in India, and that sort of evolved into a travel company idea, and getting to do getting to introduce people to a sort of different travel philosophy than what they were really used to. And I think the market was ready, because a lot of people we got a lot of great response from people to the experiential travel idea. And that was something which was fairly new in India, and people really picked up on that.
Correct. So if it's we're looking at our vision, what would that be for you on your company?
Well, it's really about changing travel perceptions in India for our travelers. It's really going beyond just sightseeing and exploring destinations.
Okay.
To really experiencing local living. Really looking at a place through your five senses, whether it's food or art and culture or music or even local living, and exploring these destinations through this lens, and looking at changing the way Indians really look at travel, and maybe even making offbeat destinations more accessible to them.
Correct. So when you thought of this idea, was it only you, or was there someone with you in the journey to start this project? Do you have any co-founders?
Yes, absolutely. So it was really me and my co-founder Sudipta Sanyal. So we initially collaborated on this because of our love of experiential travel and a different kind of way of traveling. And Sudipta's she's a traveler, she's a writer, and she has keen knowledge on different destinations around the world. And with her writing and my photography, we started we really thought of starting this as a blog, and we have been working together on this, and we have started off from doing this just two of us in an empty apartment to building this to a office in Bombay with a team and stuff like that.
Great. So I've seen the site. So you do your normal travel bookings, group tours, etc. But something that caught me, I think, is your USP is your
Yes.
personalized travel plans, right? So, I mean,
Yes.
how does the entire thing work, or how do you get this done for individuals?
Well, yeah, personalized trips is really what we focus on, and
Correct.
our forte or our main revenue model is developing personalized holidays which are built around experiences and customized to a traveler's needs. So we really understand when somebody comes to us with who needs help in terms of travel planning. Really understand what the person really wants. So if they are traveling alone, they're traveling with friends or family, and what are the interests which they're looking to cover. So if somebody is a foodie, will design the trip around food trails and bar crawls and cooking classes, whereas somebody who's into say music, then an underground jazz experience in Budapest, or opera or different kind of experiences built
Okay.
around music is something which we would offer. So we would probably look at one destination but offer it in different ways to different people and design it around what their needs, and that's really what customization or personalization is all about.
Correct. And how has the growth been for you since you
Uh, I
started?
think I think it's been great, and so we have sort of grown organically, and we have uh, turned around the model sometimes. So we started off doing weekenders around Bombay, and
Okay.
it was themed weekenders, and we would take a band to the outdoors, do camping, barbecue, all that kind of thing. Or maybe cinema in the outdoors, and it was a really new concept at that point of time. And we have grown from weekenders. We started doing destinations around India like Ladakh or
Okay.
Northeast or Spiti, and even doing the regular destinations like a Rajasthan or a Kerala with a very offbeat twist to it.
Yep.
And then about 3 years back, we introduced the international portfolio. So that's picked up quite well, and there's huge demand for that. And now we have a portfolio of about 42 countries and about 400 destinations that we cover.
Wow. So, in these trips, when you personalize it, do you also travel with the groups, or you just set it up and send the itinerary to the individuals?
Yes, yes. It's pretty much we design the whole thing for them and make it as easy as possible for the traveler. In fact, we don't just design and do the bookings and stuff like that. We practically shadow the traveler when they are on the trip. So one of our team members is always on the phone,
Okay.
connected through
Okay.
messaging, or if they need any information, if they need any changes, if they need anything on the trip, our person will be there connected with them, so that we're shadowing them on the trip till they come back. So we're really with them throughout the way.
Okay, got it. I mean, there are other startups, or not startups, but businesses doing this in
Yes,
terms of
yes,
the adventure, trekking, wildlife.
yes.
So, I mean, do you have any? Of course, it's similar, but do you have any USP that you consider a differentiator?
Yes, so I think, see, largely personalized travel in India, there are no established players. So a lot of the larger players in travel today, they focus largely on group trips, and even what they call customized holidays are really set itineraries which they give you, and and that's largely designed
Yep, yep.
around seeing a place. Whereas what we try and do is we give you an itinerary which helps you to really explore and experience the place. So that's really what we think our differentiator is. And there are, like you said, niche companies like adventure, focus on adventure, or trekking, or stuff like that. But we try and build in all kinds of experiences.
Okay.
It's not really limited to a particular experience like an adventure or something like that. Adventure is part of that. It could be about, like I said, about exploring food. It could be about exploring art and culture. It could be about exploring different things. So we don't particularly one particular genre, but we try and build it to your whole holidays designed around that.
Okay, got it. So, I mean, are you all still bootstrapped, or are you all getting any outside money, or it's just
Well, as of now, we are bootstrapped, so we have been focusing on sort of growing it organically, and
okay? Okay.
we have I think in that sphere we have sort of channelized. We have a profitable bottom line. We're channelizing the money which we make back into the company and grow it through that. We are looking at ways in which we can now sort of also maybe get in some money and grow it
Yep. Yep.
to a different level. But yeah, as of now, we are bootstrapped.
Okay, got it. So, I mean, like, what's the team size currently at?
Oh, we have a team of about 10 people now, and plus some freelancers who work with us on a project basis. We have a nice little office in Bandra, and we cater to clients all over India. We have clients in Delhi, Bangalore, Calcutta, everywhere. And basically, because largest part of the business happens online.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what the team is today.
Okay, got it. So when you started, I mean, being I would say a travel startup, I mean, did you face any challenges?
Yes, I think there are a lot of challenges which any startup faces, and I think we had our share of those. I think largely, two or three of the key challenges which we have faced would be, and particularly being bootstrapped. So one would be, say, for example, hiring the right talent, because it's very difficult to find, especially in travel, find people and the right knowledge about destinations, about sourcing, and all of that. So we have had to sort of experiment with that and find out innovative ways. And I think what we do is we really hire people based on their attitude and the way they look at work. And I think we try and develop the skill set as we go along and train them with the necessary skills. And if they have the right attitude, I think the skill set can be built. So I think that's what we've been focusing on. But still, hiring is always a challenge for us.
Correct.
And again, having low budgets always means that it's difficult to sort of spread the word and market yourself.
Correct.
So marketing becomes a problem, especially in an industry where there are huge players like travel has.
That's right. That's right.
And who have huge monies to spend on marketing, and so you have to really work to get your dollar to go an extra mile, and really rely on a lot of avenues like alliances and PR, and to kind of get the word. I think we have really managed, and because we have done marketing in a very innovative way, building stories and content, we have managed to get a great number of travel lovers to come and follow us on social media, on our website, and we do get a lot of people through referrals who come back from our trip. So I think we have had to sort of innovate on, to really get across to people with our limited budgets.
Okay.
And apart from that, I think in terms of challenge, I think these are the key challenges. But basically, technology is also something which we focus on. We've always tried to use technology, even though ever since we were a small company, to really use technology to get over some of the limitations which we otherwise face.
Correct.
I think that's really helped us a lot.
Okay. I mean, so you've done your corporate jobs. What made you get into entrepreneurship, especially the travel line?
Well, it was a tough decision, really. I mean, if you've worked in 15 years in a corporate role, it's you're really tied into a particular environment of work, and of course your monthly pay slip is like a chain around your neck.
Correct.
But yeah, I think it was more about discovering myself and exploring and trying to do what I love. And I think a lot of people know what they want to do, but they really have a tough decision trying to get out of their jobs, and it's really because of, like I said, the monthly salary and the commitments which we have. And I think the moment I figured out that I didn't need a job to sustain myself and pay the bills, and I could still work and do what I love to do and still pay the bills, I think that's where it became clear, and that was easier for me to sort of get with my job and get into what I want to do.
Over time, who would you say has inspired you the most?
Well, I think I take inspiration from a lot of things, even things around me, my life, my daily life, and especially friends and family who always support and continue to inspire at every stage. And people I meet around, and instances which you see, and I take inspiration from that and see how I can utilize it in my life or in my work. And of course there are great thinkers around who in today's world who do amazing work.
Correct.
For example, there's Neil Patel in the social and digital space, who's a big influencer. There's Mark Cuban, for example, in the entrepreneurial space, or even in India, for example, Alok Kejriwal, who really has great knowledge in terms of business, how to run a business. So I think I do take inspiration from great leaders, but I would also take a lot of inspiration from my day-to-day life and people I meet and people around me.
Okay. And what's some of the best advice you've received over time?
Well, you do receive a lot of advice. I think something which has stuck by me for a long time, and is what I've learned from Tom Peters is you need to keep revisiting and keep destroying things. Sometimes what you do is you something is working and you don't try and mess
Yep.
with that. But I think it's very important to keep revisiting every element, whether it's working or it's not working, and keep destroying and rebuilding it from scratch. And that really leads to innovation. And that's really how sort of we have tried to, even whether it's our larger decisions like our product portfolio or what trips we should offer, to the smallest of things like how to design a feedback form. We keep sort of revisiting things and keep building things from scratch. And I think that's really helps us to innovate a lot in terms of our work.
All
So I
right.
think that's something which I've sort of
Okay.
kept with me.
And anything, any feature or launch coming up that's getting you and the team really excited?
Yeah, a lot of new destinations
Okay.
planned for this year, and I think I personally travel a lot, and I get my inspiration from my travels as well, and like to share it with my travelers and travel lovers in India. So a lot of good destinations, good experiences coming up. I think I'll just tell, not say much at this stage, but
Okay.
tell my listeners to keep a watch out.
Great, great. I mean, so where do you see yourself in your business, let's say in the next 2 to 3 years?
Um, so I think I mean, if you look at the normal matrix and stuff like that, I think we have been growing more than 100% year on year and all of that, and both everything in terms of portfolio, the kind of customers we get, I think we have been sort of growing pretty well. But I think what is more important for us is that will happen once you have your vision. And I think for us that
Absolutely.
is
Yep.
to build a iconic experiential travel brand in India. I think that's missing today, and we want to sort of be that brand. I think that's very important. Building a brand is for me and for my company more important than just delivering products and experiences and
Excellent. Okay.
holidays.
All
Yeah, so
right.
I think for in the next 2 3 years, what you're focusing on is really building a travel brand, experiential travel brand in India. Delivering authentic, adventurous, and experiential travel to our customers, and of course. Something which is really close to us and very important to us is the quality and the customer focus. And that's really which we will continue to drive.
Okay. So moving on to the part of the show, which is a quick fire round, simple, brief answers. All right.
Okay,
So
great.
when people ask you what do you do, how do you answer that?
Well, I say I travel and I help people to travel.
Okay. What's the first word that comes to mind when I say work?
Happiness,
Family,
support,
entrepreneurship,
exciting,
technology,
life changing, I think.
and food.
Oh, love food.
Okay. And what applications are you using for your travel needs?
Uh, I think lots of them, but I think the main ones which I really can't do without is I think Google Trips and Google Translate. I think for me, because I don't plan a lot of my travel, it helps to keep me on track of where I am. And I think Translate is very important because when you're in different countries in foreign lands, it's very important to speak the local language. So it
Absolutely.
helps you to
Okay.
communicate well with the locals over there. Yeah.
Okay. And what's one piece of technology you can't live without?
Uh, I think my Mac. I think pretty much do everything on my Mac. So
Okay.
yeah, from
Okay.
emails to photograph editing to everything. So
Okay.
and that's something which is
And
important.
what is something you excel at that people might not realize?
Well, I think I have a good mix of um, creativity and problem solving kind of
Okay.
pace. So I think I managed to sort of use creativity at the same time use logic and use both sides of my brain to
Okay.
problem solve. So I think that's something which I'm good at.
And which is your favorite city globally?
It's a tough question, but I think I would say Berlin.
Oh, okay.
I think it's an amazing city. It's culturally very liberated and has a great underground culture, and it is one of the biggest cities and metropolises in the world. But it's
Correct.
very very different because you don't see people at 6 o'clock in the evening rushing back on the train from work, or they are very inclined towards doing stuff, experiencing, getting into culture, it's all of that. So I think I love the city. Yeah.
Okay. Well, one last thought or piece of advice you want to give our listeners?
Well, I think keep traveling, keep exploring. Don't limit yourself to just being in one place, or even going places and just seeing stuff. Do stuff over there. Live the locals' life. I think there are so many cultures around the world, and everybody has their own way of living, and everything is so exciting and so much to learn out there. So I think keep exploring.
Great. And please let our listeners know how they can reach you and also the Blueberry Trails.
Well, you can go to our website. It's called theblueberrytrails.com, or you can reach out to us at info@theblueberrytrails.com. Personally, you can reach out to me at vishal.h@gmail, and I'm on Instagram at shuttertrails.
Okay.
And on Facebook under the same ID. So please feel free to check out the page.
All right. Again, Vishal, thanks for taking the time to talk to us and inspiring our listeners to start their own ventures. And all the very best at building the Blueberry Trails.
Thank you so much, Rajiv. It was a pleasure talking to you.
So do visit theblueberrytrails.com and visit us at theasianentrepreneur.com to get the show notes, and also subscribe to the show on all the platforms and leave a review. Thank you.
Thank you for listening, and please subscribe to the show so you don't miss an episode. In the meantime, head over to theasianentrepreneur.com and check out show notes and other information to motivate you in your entrepreneurial endeavors.